This interview is going to be good because we're all talking cars in the commercial break already. Nick Markosian is here. This is our sponsored segment with MarkosianAuto. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Why is this such an intimidating process to so many people when it comes to getting a car?
I think it's a big ticket purchase. So when you're buying a house or a car, it's just something that you're not really super excited about, and it can be difficult. And I'll tell you, in the past, car dealerships didn't make it super easy on people to do it, but I think that's changing rapidly with the advent of the internet and all the tools that you have available.
Should you do your research before you ever walk onto the lot?
Oh, I think so. It's so nice. I mean, you just go from one site to another. You don't have to talk to a salesperson. You don't have to get asked all those uncomfortable questions about if I could do this, would you buy today, you know,
right,
kind of thing.
Right.
So I think it's a great tool to use, internet. One of the biggest things I suggest folks look at is the dealer's Google reviews. That says a lot about a dealer. If they're all positive, then they probably paid somebody a lot of money for that.
Well, it's true. I mean, you're probably going to have somebody that wasn't satisfied out there,
Sure.
but I know you do your best to make sure everybody's happy. You just launched a brand new website.
We sure did. And I'm really proud of it. I think it's a game changer. It talks a lot of, you can pull your credit first of all, get your credit score, but it's called a soft pull, so it doesn't show as an inquiry on your credit, but you can still get a credit score. So that's step one, find out what your credit score is. And then I go through and talk about all of the different interest rates that you would qualify for based on your credit score. And then if we can't get you approved through a great bank at a great interest rate, then we'll finance you ourselves. And I walk you through all of that. Every vehicle on our inventory has a great price and tells you how much down you would need if we finance you ourselves.
How important is credit score when it comes to buying a car?
Credit score is huge. I mean, they look at your time on job, look at how long you've been on your residence. But by and large, your whole everything is determined by that credit score. So it's a really big deal. And like an interest rate, let's say you're financing $10,000, interest rate between 10% and 20%. I mean, you're talking $4 or $5 grand over the life of the loan. So it's a huge deal. It's really important.
Should you buy new or used?
Well, I mean, I'm a used car dealer, so what am I going to say, right? But, you know, from an economic perspective, from a purely economic perspective, and I write this on the website, your best option is to go with a 2 or 3 year old vehicle. And actually, right now, there's a record number of lease returns coming onto the market. So, for example, you have a Passat, right?
Yep, I sure do.
That probably had an MSRP of around $32,000 when it was new. There's a record number of those coming off lease, and you'll be able to buy, I mean, the TDI is kind of a bad example, but you could buy a 2 or 3 year old Camry, Altima, you know, Passat, whatever, for well under $15,000.
How do I know if I'm getting a good car?
Well, first of all, the dealer. You know, you got to work with a dealer that cares about their reputation. So Google reviews are huge. Make sure, I mean, we have customers complain. That's part of life. How do we handle those complaints is the question.
It's very telling.
We answer every single one. We do everything we can to solve this problem. And you can just see so easily on the internet how dealers handle problems.
Is there a question that you should be ready to ask when you walk onto the lot?
Boy, that's a good question.
I mean, what's the first thing you say? I mean, I'm picturing myself, because I'm going to be getting a car here in the next couple months. They walk up to you, you say, I'm just looking around. Is there something else I should be saying to make sure I'm at the right spot?
You're so funny because we do sales training. And what are the customers always going to ask when they come on the lot? They're going to ask, what's the price?
Right.
Or they're going to say, I'm just looking, and we practice all the time how to handle that. And really, that's just, I don't know what to say. I don't know what you're going to do here, so that's what came to my mind, right? That's really what it is. So we just try to get the conversation going. We try to find out what you're looking for, you know, a 2-door, 4-door, truck SUV, who your car's financed with, what your credit situation's like, and just try to educate you as much as possible so you can make an awesome decision on your next vehicle.
It's a different experience at MarkosianAuto. Everybody check it out and go to their website first so you know what you're talking about when it comes to your credit before you go in. There it is right there, MarkosianAuto.com. Go to goodforutah.com/midday. We'll link you to all that info. Thank you. I needed that today.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Back to you, too.